One of the things that we have to do quite often in Dreamweaver is work with pages which need to have some basic hierarchy. Now, the hierarchy that we're talking about is an information or logical hierarchy. Luckily, Dreamweaver and HTML provide an easy way of displaying and listing this type of information. An example of this might be our resume. And what I want to show is how we can create a simple resume that uses basic hierarchy and how we can do so inside of Dreamweaver. Now, the first thing we'll do is, as with any resume, is we're going to put our name. So our name is going to be something simple like John Smith. If I put my mouse cursor once again in its line, you notice that in my tag selector, I'm showing a P for a paragraph. That may not be what I actually want to display. So if I come here to just a little bit lower in my property panel, I can find Format. Instead of choosing Paragraph, I'm going to choose the H1, the Heading 1 tag. Now I notice that my H1 tag is in my tag selector, and John Smith has now become quite a bit larger. This is because John Smith has been given the highest precedence, and this isn't what the page is going to be about. It's going to be about John Smith. Under the contact information, I just might put something simple, like such. Now the context and the address is not nearly as important, so let's leave it as a paragraph tag. Quite often we're going to organize our information into sections such as education, past experience, etc. My education tab, it's not going to be as important as John Smith, but it still be fairly important. So a lot of times I'll come over here in my format once again, and instead of choosing paragraph, I'll choose a heading of 2. And if I look at my tag selector, I'll notice I have an H2 tag now listed. Sometimes you'll see people, they want to list it like this. Sometimes they might say, I'm going to have my generic college listed once and then have other information about it listed underneath it. In which case I might even say my college should then be an H3 tag. It all depends upon how we lay things out and how we want to organize our information. Remember, your H3 tag should be under H2 tags, so anything that's an H3 tag should have information about what the second level is. All my H2 tags should be underneath my H1 tag, my H1 tag being, once again, the overall concept of what this particular page is going to be about. Let's move on down real quick. My work experience, once again, is going to be a high priority, so we're going to give it an H2 tag. My property panel is heading 2. I might list the company that I'm going to work for. Acme Rockets. List that as an example of a heading 3. Underneath that, I might specify the years that I worked there. And then I might want to specify some things that I did. A lot of times, the experiences that we had during work need to be provided in a simple, clear-cut fashion, so bullet points will work well. Down my property panel, I can simply come down here, choose an unordered list, and here I can start putting information in a small bulleted list of what my experiences were at Acme Rockets. I'll continue down this process till I have all my information. Once I've entered in my bullet points, I'll move on to my next work experience. My next work experience might be someplace, once again, because Acme Rockets was an H3 tag, I'm going to come over here and, for consistency, make the Screen Door Factory also a heading 3. Underneath that, I'll place information there to give it a date range. Might also specify what my title was or other things like that. Now you notice I'm just using basic lorem ipsum type of text for my bullet points. You would obviously want to put your own information. I'll repeat this for each major category. My skills, job experience, etc. will all be my H2. And then if I'm trying to group things such as the school I attended or where I used to work, those will be H3 tags. Usually that's all you need. Most web pages only have H1 through H3 tags, although if you look in your format list, we do have several others, 4 through 6 are listed as capabilities as well. This is just a real quick example of how we can set up and use our hierarchies. You'll notice as I've gone through the different pages and set it up, you didn't see the actual tags, But here, if I look straight at the code, you can notice all my different tags that I've used. My H1 tags, paragraph tags, H2, H3, my unordered list, and my list items. This has created a nice working hierarchy for me to use on this particular page, and it can be transferred to other pages as similar type of information layout when needed.